The nurses over there in New York, they held out for a while. I think 28, 29 days or something like that. A lot longer than I thought. Honestly, I gave them 2 weeks. But it seems like they came to some type of consensus. And very interested to see how it turned out. What's going on YouTube? It's your host, Bruce GNT, and we're here to talk about the NYC nursing strike, the biggest ever in NYC history, has seemingly come to an end. It seems like the city and the union were able to come to some type of consensus. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in.
We begin with that breaking news. 2 of the city's 3 major hospital systems have reached a tentative agreement in what began as the largest nurses' strike in city history. That means after 4 weeks on the picket lines, those nurses could return to work as soon as this week. Lisa Rosner's in the newsroom with the breaking details.
Cindy, nurses at Montefiore and Mount Sinai say they have a tentative agreement. The union says between today and Wednesday, nearly 11,000 of the nurses will vote to ratify those contracts. The nurses union says the tentative agreement includes safer staffing and that Montefiore and Mount Sinai agree to increase the number of nurses. It also protects their health benefits, safeguards against artificial intelligence, and increases nurses' salaries by more than 12% over the life of the 3-year contract. The union says there's also protections from workplace violence that are in place. Now, the union says the one hospital system they are still negotiating with is New York Presbyterian, and that the sticking point is safe staffing.
I'm not that surprised when it came to the safe staffing, everything like that. That one I'm kind of surprised how they were able to, I guess, get an agreement on. I did say that I saw them kind of caving when it came to the increase in pay because, like I said in the last video, insurance is high, especially medical insurance. I don't know what it means by them saying that they're going to protect healthcare benefits, because that can mean a lot of different things. It doesn't mean that it's going to be expansive. It just means that, hey, look, we're going to make sure that what you're offered is going to be protected. Interesting development.
The union says a little more than 4,000 nurses continue to strike there and are back on the picket line today. Sunday night, a representative of New York Presbyterian told us, quote, "We have received a mediator's proposal and are reviewing it," end quote. We heard from nurses who say an agreement at New York Presbyterian could soon be reached.
I'd like to say that we're close. We're very close. We want to get back in there. We want to take care of our patients. But right now, the sticking point is what we started this thing in the first place for, which is safe staffing for our patients.
For the 2 health systems with agreements, Montefiore and Mount Sinai, the union says nurses could be back at work as soon as this Saturday if the voting goes as planned.
And that's good because just like what that guy has said, the nurses want to be in there. They want to take care of their patient. They want to make sure that they're doing their job. I know the type of good work that they do over there. And when the thing I want to highlight and talk about is when it comes to protection from AI services, everything like that. I already knew that they were going to fold on that when it came to like them getting that in the agreement, because a lot of people had this idea that AI is just going to jump out and immediately start taking jobs. No. They're still trying to figure out what's going on with AI and how to further implement it when it comes to certain workforces. And I said in my last video, when it comes to nursing, there's not much that AI can replace people with, but what it can do, right, is just make things a little bit easier. I say in the coming years, like way down the line, we're going to see it replace certain parts of a nurse's job, not replace the nurse entirely. So I already knew that that was going to be like a point that they were easily going to give them, because as long as the contract is and where AI is right now, it's not really going to affect them. That's like further down the line. So I'm not surprised by that. I'm really interested in seeing and understanding what do they mean by, protected healthcare benefits. Let me look at that. Yeah, you see that? Pay attention to how things are said and how they're worded. It says protect health benefits. It doesn't say anything about, make it more affordable or make it, easier to obtain, anything like that. It just says protect. But the safe staffing, increase the number of nurses. This was one that I was kind of misty on as well. And the reason why is because unless you're increasing the pay and or you're making certain positions within the nursing field more attractive, I don't see how you're going to increase the number of nurses, because I've talked about it before and I have like actual documented proof from the Nurses of America, something like that. I'll put the link on the screen, I guess, and in the description down below, where they're pretty much saying the reason that there's a nursing shortage has nothing to do with, the benefits or pay, anything like that. Not really. Has more so to do with the fact that when it comes to them teaching in nursing school, they don't have enough educators. So I wonder how that's going to play out. Is the pay really going to keep up with what's going on in New York? Probably not. Increase salaries by more than 12% over 3 years. So what? It'll go up, well, 4% every year, something like that. Yeah, I'm not surprised by them increasing salaries, because that's a whole lot easier. That's a whole lot easier than providing more healthcare. Look, good on them for sticking to the ground. Good on them for saying, hey, look, we deserve this and everything like that. Like I said before, I was 50-50 on it, because if the money just isn't there, the money just isn't there. You can't do anything about it. But at the same time, they need to be properly compensated, because these are the people that are taking care of a great deal of the New Yorkers up there. So it was one of those tough positions. Well, you guys already know, Joe. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. Do you agree with this? Do you agree with like this agreement and seeing how it played out? Because I see no issue with it. I think it's something that worked out basically in their benefit. Yes, this is not a bad win for them. Not a bad win for them. The most important thing is that they're able to get back in there, get back to work, and then take care of who they need to take care of. That's the most important thing. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments down below. But that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.